Hello. I am so delighted to welcome you to, or back to, the Launchpad. This is my colourful attic room in Nottingham. I spend many of my days sitting here making things to send out into the world for you. I actually sat here and recorded an entire album last summer. And I'm going to play a few songs from that. It's coming out in just over 6 weeks. And some other songs as well. I'm sitting at my desk today, so this is my computer is right here. I can see your chat here. Instead of standing over there like some sort of fancy person, I just thought I'd have a nice relaxed sit-down gig. And that's what we're going to do. You think I'm an emotional tourist, but you don't know how deep I go. Holding tight, but I'm lost in this forest, and there's no sign of my hero. So I guess I'll just sleep in snow. It's like this, the lure of the late night kiss, a situation that shouldn't exist. Now I'm trapped in a house in the humdrum with a cut-price narcissist, with a poisoned mind. He tells me to give up my dream, or I'm not on his team. Now there's smoke in the house and I didn't even think to scream. You reap what you sow, motherfucker, go. Go, go. You think I'm an emotional tourist, but you don't know how deep I go. Holding tight, but I'm lost in this forest, and there's no sign of my hero. So I guess I'll just sleep in the snow. I'm not finished. That's 2 years I'll never get back. I'm sick of hearing I'm too fat, I'm too boring, I'm too this, I'm too that. He said I couldn't make him feel. Then he lit that macho well. What's a girl to do? You reap what you sow, motherfucker, go, go. I hope you know you reap what you sow, so go. I hope you choke. You think I'm an emotional tourist, but you don't know how deep I go. Holding tight, but I'm lost in this forest, and there's no sign of my hero. So I guess I'll just sleep, and you can just weep in the snow. You'll have to tell me what you're drinking and what snacks you have brought to this party. I have no snacks. That would be too many things to think about. But I have a lovely cup of herbal tea, as usual. I thought it'd be fun to play a really old song now, while I'm holding a guitar. This song is 17 years old. A pale voice and a paper tear, the bullets scar blood, hunting blood, but it's friendly fire, my love. We change tires, but we're losing air. So hold me close as we drive, we're in for a bumpy ride. It's just a slow puncture, bringing us down, twisting me round. Oh, just a slow puncture, stealing our sound, taking us down. Oh, the fear that you have to hide. The snow's deep, but we're dressed in dreams. Oh honey, hang on, 'cause we're all just surviving here. It's just a slow puncture, bringing us down, twisting me round. Oh, just a slow puncture, stealing our sound, taking us down. It's just a slow puncture, bringing us down. Just a slow puncture, stealing our sound, taking us down. Thank you, I think. Haven't looked. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Trapped myself. Oh, no, I haven't. I've done it properly. Let's have a look. Yeah. I wear little headphones so that I can hear what's going on, because I'm actually not an obnoxious neighbour. And it's, not super loud in here. And when I do special fancy things, which I'm going to do shortly, special fancy things, then I need to hear myself. You'll see what I mean. Oh yeah, so I should probably say that song is called Slow Puncture. It was written in 2008. Oh God, yeah, 2008. And it's on my first album, Disarm, but there's also a version of it on Disarm 15, which came out in 2015. And that's also a long time ago now. Oh my God. Disarm 15 is 10. Whew. Time to stop counting. I'm putting out singles at the moment. Someone asked me recently, what is a single? Is there even such a thing as a single these days? And I think it's a state of mind, isn't it? If you want to make a fuss about a song, if you want to make a pop video for a song and have a date when a song comes out that people can hear it, I think that's a single. I haven't checked with the Thought Police on this, but this is what I think. And so my next single is called The Life of the Party. It's coming out next Wednesday publicly. My dear Correspondence Club members received it yesterday, and everyone who has already pre-ordered my new album House of Stories received it today. So that's really exciting, but it's also kind of strange because they're sort of secret groups or quiet groups. And the hoopla part of it comes next week when I have edited the video we shot last week for this video. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm always celebrating. I'm just so glad that this album is done, and it's so wonderful to have new music out in the world after a couple of years. So, yeah, this is The Life of the Party. I never realised how long my hair had got until I'm doing a sit-down gig. I'm just playing ukulele with my long hair. Somehow, I hope it doesn't get stuck inside here. That wouldn't be very good. Yeah, let me know in the comments there if you've heard this recording of The Life of the Party, because I'm just getting no feedback at the moment, which is fine. You have your own lives, but like I say, because it's not out publicly, I'm just like, have people got it? Are they listening? I don't know. Not that I'm needy. Excuse me, I'm a little bit croaky though. When did the light fade out of your eyes? When did the life drain out of mine? I do try to do a good version of these songs. Hang on. When did the light fade out of your eyes? When did the life drain out of mine? Now when the storm comes, I'm ready to run. How do you explain what we've become? Just wait. Don't leave yet. Don't second guess. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light, I'm the light. I dream of a birthday, chocolate cake in my hands, the simplest fiction from my crash land. It shouldn't surprise me, the mess that we're in, 'cause if it's not raining, it's threatening. Don't leave. You've never known me. Just listen. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light, I'm the light. Where did the love go out of your kiss? Why does it always come back to this? I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I'm the light. I'm not the life of the party. I'm the light, I am the light, I am the light. And that's a song that kind of came together really quickly in my front room downstairs here. One of the first songs I wrote in this house when we moved here. But also through playing it at live streams. So there's different speeds of this song that I've played at these live streams and different lyric versions and stuff. And it just, some songs just really need that kind of like writing on stage sort of thing. So thank you very much for helping me with it. I like Andrew's thing. Saw a quote the other day, "What's your party trick?" Response, not going. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to having a chat with you over here shortly. I'm going to do, how many songs have I just played? 3? I'll play one more song, then let's have a chat. Maybe 2 more songs, then we'll have a chat. Maybe 3, I don't know. I do have a plan here, but I've moved the songs all around in the set, so I've confused myself a little bit. Which is fairly easily done. There's so many little bits here on the desk. I did a little, started trying to experiment with the short form vertical video. I've been ignoring it for 10 years? I thought, I'll do this later. Later is now. It's very frustrating to me as a videographer to lose everything on the sides. I think it's shit. I could have a rabid bear either side of me and no one would know, and all they're doing is looking at my face. I find that to be quite strange, but I'm obviously open to things and trying to get my music out and about, and it's a really good way of doing it. So I'm doing it, and I will have fun. One of the things I thought would be funny to share earlier was how messy my desk is. Oh God, just dropping guitar pedals now. This is what you expect. I think anyone who's been to one of these before, the first 2 songs went a little bit too well, perhaps, and now reality. Now reality is here. Hello. I saw Jonathan Lee there in the, wrong microphone. I saw Jonathan Lee there in the comments just now. Pretty sure Jonathan said to me, or asked me a question last time, which was, why haven't you done any looping for ages? And I was like, I forgot to do it. And that's why, Jonathan, if this wasn't you, sorry, but it's not a bad thing. This is a good thing. But it was you, or maybe not you, I think it was you, who reminded me that I like doing that, so that's why this is now here. Yes, that's in sort of the right place for me to put my mouth. Right. Now, I'm going to play a song called Paper Thin. And I'm pretty certain that next month is the anniversary of this song coming out. Many moons ago, this is a song I was crazy lucky enough to do as a sort of duet with Tanya Donnelly from Belly. And that's that story. Amazing. And I will have 3 album anniversaries in April once House of Stories comes out. So that's going to be just the funnest month ever for me in future. That's nice. Yeah, this is a song about a really terrible year I had. So yeah, this song must have been written in early 2015 because it's about 2014, which is just, bad thing after bad thing after bad thing happening. And towards the end, watch out for a line. Let's do amazing things with good hearts. When I wrote that line, I had my new boyfriend in mind, Tim, and I remember thinking, this is so potentially cheesy and off-putting to a new boyfriend, but I really feel it, and I really want to include my thoughts of him in this. And so it was I obviously am also addressing you in this song, but when I was writing it, I was addressing him, so the 2 of us could go and do amazing things with good hearts. And 10 years on, I think we are doing that. This is Paper Thin. No, don't fall over. Can't get the staff. What's going on? Microphone droop is not something I've experienced for a long time. Often when you play in venues, when you play in gig venues, there's often, microphone stands that have been bashed around and kicked and fallen over and just are very old. There's a lot of droop situations there. I've got quite good gear. Don't know what's going on. There's so many weird jokes we could make there, but I'm not going to do it. I'm in the wars, I blame the bad weather. A flood of tears, I drift without a shelter. Reduce my world to things that I have worked for. I lick my wounds and wonder if I can mend the year. Awake, no sleep till I make black dreams dissipate. I heal myself with friends and conversation. Some time alone, a sober celebration. I was told I feel things too much, but I know it hurts to be touched. Ooh, I crashed down, I burned out along the way. I'm a sunny day with threat of thunder, threat of rain. Ooh, I crashed down, I came round to devastate. Anyway, I let my skin grow paper thin, and that's okay, 'cause I see stars. And I smell roses on good days. All this is ours. Let's do amazing things with good hearts. I'm in the wars, I blame the bad weather. Excuse me. I saw some very nice compliments as I started singing into my loop microphone, and I had to avert my eyes so as not to get a gigantic head. But thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Now, now, what was that? So I've written this list. Did that one. Did that one. Okay. There's the possibility now of me doing a song I have performed about 5 million times, but haven't rehearsed. But the loop pedal's right here. It's really tempting. Gonna have to go for it. You're very lovely, and for some reason I feel relaxed today. I don't know what I've done different, because normally I have a bit of a freak out. Even though you're so friendly, and even though no one's making me do this, I get very before the gig, but I didn't today. Who knows why? Let's give it a try. I used to have a rather amazing megaphone collection, and somehow I found myself with no megaphones anymore, which is a real shame, isn't it? What I do have is a pile of crap. Hold on. What I do have is a telephone, which I will plug in next time. Because there's too many unrehearsed things going on, and it's crazy foolish. Possibly. Let's see if I can do this. Do 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 do. You may have heard this story before. In 2015, I took myself up to Edinburgh Fringe to do a free show called Shit Girlfriend, which I had written because, having been a looper since 2008 and having, messed it up many times and or had problems with my equipment, I had to learn how to be what I described as amusing and charming between my songs or during my songs, depending on what was going on. And that was something I built upon over the years of performing live solo. So I decided to create this one-woman show which incorporated all of those things. That is also now 10 years ago. So that's sort of like a really old story and makes me think I should do another one. Possibly I could call it Shit Wife. The only reason I'm telling you this is because I just pressed the wrong button on the loop pedal, because it's been ages since I've done it. I also don't normally loop sitting down, and this microphone's always on the other side. So this is quite a cognitively demanding situation. But I'm going to keep going, because that's what we do, isn't it? Do 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 do. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't stop, pass by. We didn't know that we'd survive. A simple start. I wasn't expecting to fly. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat delete myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. It's no, but don't go. Everyone's getting old so quickly. What are we gonna do with this now? I'm so tired. I wasn't thinking about kids and the future. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't stop the clock, don't mention the time. Eyes front and we'll all be fine. Some sorry stain you left me in, tear stained, scuffed and dazzling. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I'd like to delete myself. Don't like to repeat myself, no. I had to keep my laughter inside because I didn't want to accidentally do it in the wrong microphone and then it was in the loop. This is good. This is taxing for my brain. This set list has gone mad. Okay, I'm gonna play one more song and then let's have a chat. Yes, I'll leave this here for now. That's fine. Mega audio clap attack. Can we all wish Michael Record a happy birthday, please? Happy birthday. I don't know the chords to happy birthday, but I can play the chords I play in every song that I've written on the ukulele. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Sometimes that one. Happy birthday, Michael Record. Voices render me breathless. Gotta get off of this sinking ship, but the water's deafening. I'm still dreaming of drowning, trying to escape this relentless planet, but my sheets are paper thin. Tuck the violence in your pillow, surf the silence, but don't swallow. wishing these days could be over. Going to bed when it's light outside, and I flew 10,000 miles. I'm sea shaking and screaming, doing my best, but I've got to go. Don't expect me for a while. Tuck the violence in your pillow. Surf the silence, but don't swallow all the tears. Tuck the violence in your pillow. Surf the silence, but don't swallow. Tuck the violence in your pillow. Stand and fight now. Meet me tomorrow. Looking forward to chatting and having a little vocal break. Let's move this out of the way. Just a moment. And hi everyone. I'm looking this way now for a moment. Yes, happy birthday, Michael. Michael's lovely. Michael always asks great questions. You don't have to do that today. It's your birthday. Hopefully you're completely high on cake. I'm going to have a little scroll. Question. Will there be a lyrics book for the new album? Hello, Nick. Thank you for being here. Yes, there is. There's a hardback book, which is on sale in my shop. It will contain the lyrics. It will contain the stories that people have sent me for the basement of the House of Stories. A brief explanation of that is that I wanted to have other people's stories in the House of Stories, which is the name of my new record. So on the front of the record, there's a picture of, it's an illustration by Jessica Wilde, an illustration of my House of Stories. So it's an open-fronted house with meaningful items from my life and my music career and other things in the rooms. And so inside the vinyl gatefold and CD gatefold, I wanted to have other people's objects and their stories. So people emailed me and they sponsored their objects, and it has made a massive impact on my ability to print these things that people have pre-ordered, that they have sponsored things. I cannot do this without you. So it was a very beautiful exchange, but also the stories were so moving. Like I've cried several times. I ended up having to skim over just a little bit sometimes just to go, I kind of get the gist and I will read this later because I cannot do this to myself today. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of tear-jerking stories, but they're really beautiful and life-affirming stories from people. So that's going to be in the book, as well as the lyrics and photographs and like screenshots of recording here, and also as with the last two, I think, hardback books I've made, I scan pages from my recording notebooks because I keep a logbook of every not normally writing session, but every recording session I do here and previously in other home studios, so that I know what I did. And so that when I, or if I, in the future, am freaking out about writing songs, I can just, my ability to write songs, I can look back and go, well, I did it before, and this is how long it took. So for instance, I'm just going to open this at a random place and hope I don't regret it. Monday the 22nd of July, 11:34 a.m. Do not get hung up on deadlines, because that will put me in a state of not knowing what to do next and will delay the whole thing. Just get on with it bit by bit. Here's what's next. And then a list. That's quite nice. That was quite a good random point. So yes, lyrics will be amongst all those other things. Question, has the cladding been fully approved for the House of Stories? Luckily it's an open-fronted house, so hopefully the building regs are less... I was going to say virulent. That's not what I mean. And Andre, officially too late for what? No, you're not too late. I'm going to email you probably tomorrow to prompt you, because Andre's got a trumpet in the basement and needs to tell me stuff about the trumpet. Andre, I'm going to send you like a very short interview about your trombone, so that you can answer that. Jonathan Lee, question, have you ever suffered from writer's block, or do you always have a load of songs waiting to be developed? I suffered from writer's block before I had properly written anything. So that's quite a long time ago. And then ever since then, I've kept these song idea scraps in a folder on whatever computer I've got. And so I never have to start from an empty page. There's always something I can just start playing or building on, which makes me basically, what I often do is I'll open a bunch of those, listen to them and go, oh, cool, and then I'll come up with something brand new anyway. So it's kind of like there's two ways of looking at it. It's great to have an ideas library, I think. Some other songwriters I know think of that as like a millstone around their neck, where they just rather delete it and start from scratch. But I like not never having to start from scratch. I think that's good. Oh, I'm intrigued by Tim Bailey's retracted message. I wonder what that was about. Stringent, thank you. Onerous, great words. Oh, Jamie, you were my inspiration to get a little guitar. Yes, they're fun, aren't they? I got my little guitar in 2008 because I was feeling a bit of writer's block, actually. I thought I'd never, ever, ever, ever get round to making an album. I'd started trying to make one with a bunch of guys that I knew from session work. So I used to play in other bands. And it just didn't work out with them. And I was feeling really despondent. And then I passed a music shop in Peckham, where I used to live. And there was a tiny red ukulele in the window. And I went in and bought it. And I walked home. And then I immediately wrote Scared to Capsize on this little red ukulele, which you may or may not hear later. Anna Lupa, brilliant. Nice one, Jamie. That's very cool. Jamie, are you the Jamie who I met in Newcastle? That's a bit of a stretch. You might be a different Jamie. I'm just scanning back to see what you're asking me. Sean, have you already started writing new songs? You mentioned writing a riff on social media the other day, and how Neil Young had once said, when you get an idea, you get it down straight away. Yeah, I was talking about the Spaceman riff, though, probably, because at the moment I'm promoting the new songs. So I'm going to be sharing clips from recording, sitting here last summer. And that's probably what that was, because I haven't written anything new for a while. I want to, because I really disliked what I did last time, so I put an album out in 2023. I did write a few songs straight afterwards and then none for ages, and it felt awful. I didn't like it, but it's because I was really burned out from releasing that album. It's just really hard. So, yeah, I want to be writing new music as soon as possible, because I know I want to have that the feeling that it's a continuation rather than, and now I have to start again. Have to, what a generous gift of the universe to be able to write songs at all. But yes, to answer your question, no, I haven't. But yes, I want to. But I'm working on lots of videos at the moment, so it's all about putting this record out at the moment. What's been the most difficult song on the album to record, and what made it so? I think that's Warren. Hello, thank you very much for coming. The most difficult song was Seasons, because I thought we'd recorded the piano wrong in a weird way. I'd written all the piano parts, layered piano parts, exactly the notes I wanted. My friend Jay Chakravorty came up to record on my old piano downstairs, which is the piano that Tim and I went to collect when we just started going out. So it's very meaningful, and it's been in 3 houses with us so far. And so I had had the piano tuned, so it wasn't that. Jay played beautifully, I thought, but then in the mix, it was all sounding really strange. And also, I think there was a problem with, maybe it's not that song, there was another song where there was a problem with, it was Life of the Party actually, where there was some very out of tune synthesizer stuff, which I was trying to fix, because it made no sense. Anyway, so those 2 probably. But a lot of these things are to do with the mix. So there's lots of different ways you can approach a song. And Seasons needed to sound like me playing my guitar with some piano in the distance, not too far away, but like not in front of me. And so once we got that figured out, it started to sound great. But that was quite difficult, and I was surprised, and it was a bit of a nightmare when it was going on. But it all worked out really well. Michael, how much did you enjoy exploring House of Stories as a theme, holding the songs together? I enjoyed it very much, thank you. And it kind of builds on an idea I had for it was what became Exotic Monsters, which is my last Penfriend album. I won't say the name, because if I say the name, then I'll probably never use it, but I'd like to use it. So that was going to be going through my years and years and years of diaries to try and find stories from there, and to try and teach myself things from the past, or like sort of process things that happened in the past through the prism of being an older, more experienced person. But then I just didn't really feel like going through the diaries, honestly. So I was like, I'm not in the headspace for that. So House of Stories became the umbrella for songs where I'm looking back into the past, but I didn't have to, really get into the mind of me as a 16-year-old or a 21-year-old or whatever. I just didn't really feel like it. So yeah, maybe next time. Or maybe I'll just burn them. We'll see. We will see. Thank you for that question. That's really good. Right. How do you call me up? Oh, sorry, yes. Captain Howdy, how do you come up with lyrical ideas when you're in a place of, I presume, security and confidence? That is a great question, if I'm reading it right, which is that I am now I'm a much more confident person. Like when I'm singing these songs from a really long time ago, it's so interesting because I don't feel like they're written by someone else. I know that they're written by me. I don't feel that far away from them emotionally, but I know that, in 10, 15, 17 years, so much has happened. So much has happened to me since I wrote Slow Puncture. So much has happened since I wrote Paper Thin. My life is totally different. I'm in a very happy, secure, loving, trusting relationship, very nourishing relationship. So there's very little for me to complain about in a song. So for the last 2 records, I've really had to look out to the world, and there's plenty of material there, of course. And, deep inside myself, which is what House of Stories is about, as well as being like looking to the world. I'm obviously absolutely delighted that I don't have a horrible heartbreak situation to write about now. That is wonderful. But and honestly, obviously I've made 7 albums? 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 7 albums. That's how I add up. And if they were all about, my poor broken heart forever and ever and ever, that would be tedious, I think, for the audience and for myself. So thank you, Tim, for giving me a nudge to look outside and find other topics of things to write about. But there will always be stuff to complain about from the past as well. So isn't that great? And obviously also just different angles. So I have written about the subject that Emotional Tourist is about before on The Best and Devastate Me, if I'm remembering that correctly. No, Drown Me Out. Drown Me Out and The Best were around that topic. Emotional Tourist is much more direct, and then there's a song called Survival Information on the new album, which is from another perspective of that whole situation. So yeah, I think it could be interesting that could even be an interesting album idea for the future, is to pick songs from my back catalogue and write the version of that I would write now, but a different song, different melody, different words. Ooh, what would the slow puncture be? Ooh, I don't know. Okay, I need to note this idea down because I'll immediately forget it, but I think it's quite good. Thank you for that great question. Gavlar 1977, you find an old tape in a charity shop called Bowie Junk. You buy it for 50p and find it's full of unheard songs which are amazing. Do you pass them off as your own or keep them unreleased? I would definitely not pass them off as my own. No way. I wouldn't keep them unreleased either. I would try to find the person who'd made it by probably putting them online and asking, because I think that would be fascinating to meet the person who'd written those brilliant songs. Yeah. Oh, hello, Martin. Is it morning time for you, Martin, in New Zealand? I think it's so brilliant when you show up. It's really cool. Keep the diaries. Yeah, I probably will. They're just over there. They're not bothering me. There's some good stuff in there. Thank you so much for your great questions. I'm going to play a couple more songs. I think I made a mistake in one of the songs earlier, and the reason was I was already talking myself out of doing the last song on my list. And sometimes, tell me if you do this too, the night before you're meant to go to the gym, or the night before you're meant to do some sort of thing in the morning, and you're like, oh, I probably won't go. And then every time I do that the night before, I'm just like, seriously. It's one thing to wake up in the morning and go, I don't want to. That's fine. Try to get over that, but that's fine. But the night before, deciding I'm going to fail, no. So I've already decided for some reason I can't play this song, but I can. So I probably will. I'm saying this so that you now know I'm supposed to do 3 songs, not 2. Not wussing out after the second one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. So yeah, this new record, House of Stories, it was meant to be out on the 25th of April, but I'm 90% sure we're bringing it forward a week. And that's good, isn't it? I thought that would be good. Get it out earlier. Why not? What difference does it make? The thing is, like, I obviously have it here, and it just starts getting a bit annoying that I can't just give it to you. But I want to do it in a fun way. I want to do it in the best way. I want to give time for people to hear about it, because, I have a pretty decent big mailing list, and even then, it's really weird. People have their own things going on. They have jobs and families and their own things that they do. And it's really odd, because when I email them and I'm like, hey, this album's coming out, and not every single person grabs a copy. It's very odd. Very odd behaviour. So it's apparently over time I have to keep reminding people. And obviously also, going to be huge on TikTok in about 2 days, I reckon. I got 20 views on a video today. That was amazing. I'm absolutely headed for the toppermost of the poppermost with this record, as always. Anyway, that's tuning talk. Okay. If you are a correspondent, you have heard the alternative version of this song already, because it's part of your member perks. If you haven't grabbed it, please do. This is the title track, House of Stories. This sounds completely different from before. That's really weird. What's happened? Nothing. It's all the same. Okay. After the disorder, reality lies under the calm water. Calamity smiles. Don't stop, you're a house of stories. Stay clear, 'cause we need you now. Stand tall when the pages turn, you'll see more clearly. Wrapped in our own bodies, still brimming with hope. Okay, I knew there's something wrong with the guitar. I knew it. That's totally different, isn't it? Oh, this is what happens when you put a notebook on top of your guitar pedal. And also, I nearly dropped it off, didn't I, earlier on? All right. Well, I'd rather play this for you with a good sounding guitar than just fudge through with this weird thin sounding thing. Right. After the disorder, reality lies under the calm water. Calamity smiles. Don't stop, you're a house of stories. Stay clear, 'cause we need you now. Stand tall when the pages turn, you'll see more clearly. Trapped in our own bodies, still brimming with hope, making the highest places we think we can go. Don't stop, you're a house of stories. Stay clear, 'cause we need you now. Stand tall when the pages turn, you'll see much more clearly. Come on, peeps, hit that like button. Thank you, Dean Page. I agree. What you could do, if you're up for clicking things, why don't you subscribe to my channel there? The reason I mention it is because as soon as I have finished making the things that are on sale in my shop, which they'll all be sent to print next week to be in time for the release. After that, I'm making shitloads of videos because I recorded the whole thing here. I've got more pop videos to share with you. If you subscribe to my channel, it just makes me feel like it's all worth it. But the other thing you could do, if you're interested, there's three other things. Let's keep it simple. You can go to shop.penfriend.rocks and you can pre-order House of Stories on CD, vinyl, kit, digital hybrid album, and there's other stuff. You can go to penfriend.rocks/hello to give me your email address so I can send you 12 free songs and a 31-page zine to say hi. What else? That's enough. Oh no, but also you could join the Correspondence Club, which is where you get loads of behind-the-scenes stuff. There's going to be even more coming once I've, again, finished all the things. I can make all the little snippets for you. And that's going to be, that's the motor of everything I've been doing for the past 6+ years. So that's on patreon.com/penfriendrocks. That's me. All right, this is a song I was going to not play, but I'm going to. I want to play it, don't get me wrong. I love this song. Played it last time, it went fine. For some reason in my mind, it's just like, but you can't do that one. But I can. Come on, brain, leave me alone. This is another song of House of Stories. This is a song called May We Be Loved. And I wrote it when I was thinking about all of the things that people are going through in the world. So I try not to get stuck. I try very hard not to get stuck into the 24-hour news cycle. I actually don't. I've extricated myself quite successfully from that. But of course, that's not about ignoring what's going on in the world. It's just about not getting hyped up on the sort of 24-hour media stuff. So anyway, I think we're all aware of some horrendous stuff going on around the world. There always is, but because we hear about this stuff more, it can feel much more present. Anyway, this song is my small contribution to, in some way, empathize with what's going on, and also to, in some way, soothe us all, soothe our nervous systems, which are completely overloaded and overwhelmed by the information that's flying at us all the time. So that's what this song is for. It's like a little lullaby, really. And I probably need to learn how to explain this one better, but that's the first time I've tried, so not too bad. Not too bad. When the night falls... So good. Oh, come on. Started thinking too much. When the night falls, when the dark calls, may we be loved. May we be loved. When the battle's not won, when we're left on our own, may we be loved. May we be loved. I can never admit that to you. When we can't sleep, when the horror cuts deep, may we be loved, may we be loved, may we be loved, may we be loved. I just did a fade out. Oh dear. I know I am a silly person. And if you don't know that, please watch the video for Spaceman after this, because there's proof. What I mean though is when I sing sad songs and then I'm cheerful afterwards, I know that there's a contrast there. But I had to make a decision quite a long time ago to not just like between my songs be like, "Hi, my heart is broken." You know what I mean? Like, I think the point, the reason I make sad songs is to make you feel better, to make myself feel better. Sad songs to make you feel better is like my little tagline. So yeah, I hope you're comfortable with this sort of like up and down sort of thing. It doesn't mean that I don't mean the sad songs. Of course I do. It just means that because I've managed to sort of purge myself of these things through the songs, it just sort of doesn't poison the rest of my life. So I would highly recommend, if you are someone who wants to write something, make music, paint something, whatever it is, do it. Do it for yourself. Don't do it to show other people. Show them if you want, but don't do it for other people ever. You probably know this, but I think it's useful and important to remind that, like, I write a lot of words. There's a lot of words in this notebook. You're going to see maybe 10% of these because it's embarrassing or bad or poorly worded or whatever. Like, I write a lot of stuff and I don't share it because most of the time it's for me to work stuff out. It's not for telling people things, you know? So yeah, I just want to encourage you to do that because it's about working through things for yourself. I do it through albums as well, which is maybe a very strange thing to do in quite a public way. But while the songs are about very specific things to me, they are also there for you to do with whatever you want in your heart and in your mind. So to me, May We Be Loved, for instance, is about, I suppose, my very small response to horrendous world events, but also I spent quite a lot of time over the past few years in A&E and wards with my grandma, who's still with us, amazingly, but she's been through a lot. And just seeing people in such close quarters and in such terrible situations, it just reminded me, may we be loved in life. May we have what we need. May we have a calm time, maybe have the absolute luxury and privilege to create music and share it with wonderful people like you. I feel incredibly grateful. I'm incredibly excited for you to hear the rest of this record. And now I've segued into a really strange place where I'm going to play a song, the song I mentioned earlier that I wrote in 2008, the first song I ever wrote on the ukulele. And this is called Scared to Capsize. It was written by an entirely different Laura in a way, but it's also still me. I stand by every word in this song still. And it's so interesting to me that so many albums later, the sort of general central themes are the same. And it's about love and empathy and a generous spirit. And we're all in this together. And let's just try and help each other through it. So thank you for being here tonight. It's been so lovely to see you. I'm going to read all of this, the comments in the chat box afterwards. And if you are listening and watching later on, please leave me a comment and say hi. Let me know where you're listening from and how you came across my stuff. I really am just doing this from my attic in Nottingham alone. My lovely husband helps me with things on the internet too. He helps me with hopefully not bothering people with ads, but we do a little bit of ad stuff to bring people in as well. And the Correspondence Club, you're the best. I'm really excited to have a little birthday party with you soon, because it's a whole year of us being on Patreon after, I think, 5 or 6, wait, is this the 5 full years on different platforms. So my life is incredibly different from when I wrote this song, but it's also centered around the same thing, and I feel very lucky that I have that. So anyway, thank you so much. You're awesome. This has been great. I'm just going to make sure this is in tune before I... Do join me next week for the Life of the Party video premiere. It's going to be at 8 p.m. next Wednesday. If I edit in time, which I'm going to. That's my job. Okay. Thank you. Oh no, I've got to move this. Ugh. Got to move this over here. Oh, and hey, if you're in the UK and you like gigs that have me in it, just make sure you're on the mailing list. That's all I'm going to say to you. This is not an announcement. That's all I'm saying. Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? With 3 little words you lied. I don't think you realized. Wasn't worried by the time, no, the time, but what took you so long? Wasn't bothered by the lukewarm emotion. I played along. Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? With 3 little words you lied. I don't think you realize. So you spill your heart all over computer, and not to my eyes. Darling, drink your nervous wine. Yeah, I know scared to capsize. Wasn't that what you said? Wasn't that what you meant to say? With 3 little words you lied. I don't think you realize. I don't think you realize. It would be fun to play that in person sometime soon. I'm gonna go. Yeah, make sure you're in the mailing list. My mailing list, penfriend.rocks/hello. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to make shitloads of videos soon. And thank you so much for being here. You're the absolute best. And I'm going to go top up my herbal tea, and I'll speak to you very soon. Yeah, lots of love. Thank you very much.